Our lack of being in this situation before, Lake Regions every year they play for a game like that. For us, we made this game last year. It wasn't cute. It wasn't pretty. So this was our first time being in a semifinal game and having to produce late in the game. So there was some jitters. The kids throwing the ball away. But I think what's nice is I think our half-court defense in the second half was much better. We went to a straight man-to-man out of our zone. Lake Region was torching our zone. They did a pretty good job with our man-to-man too. But luckily our size won, because as they came into my big people, Alana and Sky, our two big post players, did a good job defending. And offensively, Alicia Dumont came off the bench. I guess she probably was high scorer today. But she made 9 points in the first quarter, 9 or 11 points in the first quarter, when Lake Region was threatening to run away with the game. And so she kind of kept us at least in it.
So when they pulled up early and you called timeout, what did you say to the girls right then?
Was that the very first time out?
Yeah,
that was
when they're up 9-2.
Yeah, that was when we just, we say to the kids, we got to make plays. We were in this boat last year. Greeley came in and hit us like greased lightning. It was 34-10 at halftime. And so we just had to make sure that, one possession at a time. We said, let's just get it back. That's when we put Alicia in. I think Alicia made a 3 to make it 9-5. Then they scored, but every time they scored, we did. And then I look up at the clock, and I think it was like 17-14 or something after one quarter, 17-16 or something like that. And I said, okay, at least we're in this. Because when you get to the tournaments, you always want to be so far ahead that the second half is comfortable. Well, these are the semifinals, and nothing's comfortable. We played them in the season. It was a 3-point game. It was a tough one. They were a lot better today than they were in the first game. We were down a couple of kids. We thought our kids coming back today would give us a little bit of an edge. But boy, Paul there's one guy in Maine I don't want to coach against. It's Paul Trope. Because, he's been there before. To this is like their backyard almost, and so even though I thought we had bigger bodies on the floor a lot of time, they're small, but they still play like they're 6'2", 6'3".
Nice having Alana in there too, because they're stopping. They have 3 people on Sky sometimes it seems, but Alana's a nice coach.
She is. In fact, it's funny because even Paul keeping his sense of humor with it. When it hit the overtime, and Mike Gallagher brought us in as the captains, as the coaches. He says the rules of overtime: you all get another timeout, and we're going to keep doing that. So, Paul's comment was that nobody over 6 feet tall can be on the court. But you're in an overtime game, but to keep that sense of humor was pretty good stuff. And I feel good for my kids because my kids have worked hard. They haven't had a lot of the limelight, so to speak. You know what I mean? We're very workmanlike. We're very lunch pail, and we don't have a kid. Our leading scorer averages 11 points a game. We don't have a 22-point a game scorer, and yet they don't care who gets the credit. Today was Alicia, but last game was Grace and Sky, so that's what's nice about our team.
Can you talk about Isabel in that overtime? She had just about everything: an assist, a steal.
She does that. You look at Izzy's Izzy's stat line, and her stat line is 6 assists, 7 rebounds, 6 points, 3 steals, 4 steals. She's always halfway to a triple double. She's almost halfway to a quadruple double. She does a little bit of everything for us, and she just makes us go. She's our boss. And what's nice about Izzy is she's very unflappable. She can make the worst mistake going. I can let her have it because I'm known to do that. She Teflons it aside, and she's able to just go make the next play, and nothing bothers her. She's really great that way. As Izzy goes, we go, I think, and it doesn't have to be big numbers, but her value to us really is second to none.
You guys had the lead and you lost it, right at the end. But did you feel fortunate to be going overtime after they didn't hit that last shot?
I think when they had the ball with 30 seconds to go, and I thought late in the game, at the very last second play where there could have been contact, I thought the officials did a good job saying, the team is going to win this game. Is going to win this game. From the field, not the foul line. So I thought they officiated a good game. I was a little bit the travels I didn't like so much, but I don't know. Every game I can find something I don't like. But what was nice is they let the kids win the game, and in the overtime, we found Alana right off the tip and got the ball right in that way. And then Alicia's 3, which gave us a little bit of breathing room. And from there, they were going uphill the rest of the way. It's tough to go uphill in overtime because you don't have your legs. You look at the 3s that were made, with the exception of Alicia's one in overtime. I'm going to say that probably 80% of the 3s made in this game were first half 3s by both teams, because the kids are able to run. And the second half is fatiguing because that's a 94-foot court, and that extra 10 feet just wears you out. And so my kids were sucking pond water, and we only play 7 kids normally. We had 2 out. with fouls. So we were down to the last 5, and they like all year they've been resilient.